On October 15th, YouTube decided to increase their short lengths from 1 minute to 3 minutes. During this time, I was also trying to do an experiment on horizontal versus vertical aspect ratio videos and how they perform on YouTube's algorithm. In order for this experiment to be valid, I took all the analytics of all the videos that I used for this experiment in order to put them into this research paper to tell you guys valid information. I used 4 videos in total for this experiment. 2 of them are horizontal and 2 of them are vertical. The 11mm lens review, so that was the lens that I was using for 11mm to see how it performed when it came to skateboarding. It's about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. For the fakie manual, that's the one that I really had a really long content for, and that was the one that I learned fakie manuals. It was pretty long. It was like 10 minutes, I think, for the video. For the vertical video, I'm using the YouTube's algorithm testing part 1 and part 2, which are 2 videos that I put up. They're both separate videos. As I'm reading it off this paper, you'll be able to follow along because I'll be putting up all the analytics on the video itself. So that way you'll be able to follow along. And if I missed anything, you'll be able to comment that below and make me correct it if later on I did miss something. The first video that we'll look at is the 11mm review. If we look at the analytics for this one, you can see 71 viewers came from a computer, which is about 51% total view of that video. Then if we look at the mobile devices, only 65 people came from a mobile device. If we look at the watch hours for this video, we could see that 1.3 watch hours was from the computer, while 1.2 from a mobile device, which doesn't sound like a lot, which isn't, but it does show a lot of information, which means that a lot more people were tuning in from their mobile device, watching it a lot more longer than from a computer. Then if we look at the fakie manual, when I first started to learn fakie manuals, it was a skateboarding video. From a computer, we had 254 views, with 39.3% coming from a computer. And then from a mobile device, we had 362 views that totaled up to 56%, which is the complete opposite of the 11mm video. A lot more people were tuning in from their mobile devices, but from a computer, it looks like they were having a lot more lengths of view. So that's pretty much what I'm seeing. If you guys see something else, please tell me. Now we have to look at how these videos got pushed out. If we look at the 11mm video that I did for the review, you can see that 80% of it was pushed out through the browsing feature, and for the fakie manual, it got pushed out 92%, a little bit more than 92%. Both of those horizontal videos got pushed out through the browsing feature of YouTube. Now the devices that they were using with different softwares, the software that most people were using for the 11mm was pretty relatively close. There's not much to compare with that one, but if we look at the fakie manual video, you can see that there's a little bit of a difference. We could see that almost 36% of the viewers were using iOS devices. Again, this is a horizontal video, which doesn't really make sense, but maybe the content itself was getting pushed out through mobile devices. So maybe that's why a lot more people were using their phone instead of their computer, because maybe they don't want to see it on their computer. After that, you had Android, which was about 21.5%, and then Mac, which was 10.4%. With this analytics, it will change eventually, but right now on October 14, these are the analytics that I had to compare to the vertical, which will we go into vertical aspect ratio videos right now. So we're going to go over the part 1, which doesn't have a lot of views, which is sad, but it does have some information on how it actually performed. For part 1, let's just go over the computer, which is 7 views and then 25.9%. And then for the mobile devices, it was 59.3%, which makes sense because it was the first video that I uploaded, which was vertical aspect ratio. So it takes time for YouTube's algorithm to, I guess, suggest the video, because it is a different aspect ratio. But it does show that mobile devices were getting that content a lot more than horizontal content. If you look at the 11mm or the fakie manual, they both were getting pushed out. Almost actually the same results for the fakie manual and the part 1. And the watch time was 0.1 for computer and then 0.2, which is double of what we had for mobile devices, because it's 7 to 16. So meaning that it is going to be double watch hours on the mobile devices, which makes a lot of sense. Now, if we look at the part 2, we can see that part 2 had a lot more mobile views. It had 115 mobile views and then 22 views on a computer, which is destroying how this YouTube algorithm is performing when it comes to vertical pushing, because it's almost 69.3% of the vertical aspects being pushed out to mobile devices. That also increased the watch time, which is 1.7 hours, while on a computer it was only 0.3 watch hours. So that really shows how much YouTube was pushing this content, especially this video part 2, to users that were using mobile devices. If I were to continue this trend and try to continue uploading vertical aspect ratios, I think that a lot more people will be coming from mobile devices to watch that video, especially since they don't have to flip their phone sideways, they just have to keep it straight and vertical as you normally would. Let's look at the content and see how people were able to discover my video. Part 1, they were able to find it through the browsing feature, which is almost 60%, 59.3, and for the suggested it was 25.9. So most likely they were probably watching vertical videos or shorts or whatever, and then they got pushed this video out. As for the part 2, the browsing feature was 118 views, which is 71.1%. That is insanity. If you have 71.1%, that means most of your videos are just being watched through by accident, or they're just looking at it on their home screen, which is not suggested to them. It's just like random video that they wanted to put and see how you click on it, and if you're actually interested based on the thumbnail. As for the suggested, it was 38 views, which is almost 23%, meaning that my content was being pushed out through the YouTube algorithm with 23% of it. So most of it was just being randomly found. If we look at part 2 and what devices they were using for this one, or what software they were using, you can see that 44.6% and 33.1% were using mobile devices, iOS and Android. If we look at Windows, only 14 viewers, only 8.4% of the viewers that they were using was a computer, and 7% from a Mac. So this really shows how much part 2 is being pushed out. The 4 videos that I uploaded were the last 4 videos that I had before creating this video, the final results for YouTube's algorithm. Anyways, if we look at the last 4 videos, only 1 video had more computer views than mobile device views, which is the 11mm, which is not really by much. It's almost 50%. It really doesn't show that much pushing on computer views. It's mostly mobile views, especially on my channel, I guess. But anyways, it really just shows that YouTube is really trying to push more content to mobile devices than computer views. In order to have consistency in this analytics, what I did, I uploaded these videos bi-weekly. I've been doing this for 2024, the whole entire year. Bi-weekly, I'll be uploading on a Saturday at 10 a.m. All of these videos, doesn't matter if it's horizontal or vertical, were all uploaded at the same day and same time. So that is very important, so that way you can't say, oh, I uploaded on a Tuesday, then I uploaded on a Friday. No, it was all uploaded bi-weekly, so every other week, and it would be on a Saturday at 10 a.m. That's how it's scheduled, and that's how my content was pushed out, so that way it was fair to all the videos that I was using for these analytics. Does YouTube algorithm really push out vertical content more than horizontal? And from my results, it's a very low scale, so I can't say 100% sure that it does push out vertical aspect ratios more, but from the analytics that I currently have, it does show that mobile devices are being used a lot more and being viewed on mobile devices. Especially if you have vertical video, it shows that almost 90%, 80% of the viewers, if you have vertical aspect ratio content, is being viewed more than horizontal on a phone. For my channel, I only have 1,000 subscribers. So with only 1,000 subscribers, how much results can I really get from doing this experiment? If I had a channel with 100,000, which I hope I do get there one day, it would make results a lot more different because you have a lot more people, you have a lot more content that's being pushed out much more differently. So the scale is very important. From my friends, and what they told me is that they don't even have computers at home. If they have to type up an email, they use their phones. If they have to watch a video, they use their phones. If they have to edit a whole entire video, they use their phones. Like I said, it is not necessary to have a computer right now. All you need is a mobile device, and that's why YouTube is trying to push out so much more content onto mobile devices so they can make more money. The other benefit of using vertical aspect ratio videos is because you're able to create a lot more shorts, which gives you a lot more exposure to your channel. If you have a 5-minute video that was filmed vertically, not like this one, but vertically, you're able to cut up that video, make about 10, 15 shorts, and post it up in 1 month or 1 day or whatever you may want to do. And that way you're able to get better exposure to your channel and a lot more subscribers and a lot more view count. That's what happened to me because thanks to shorts, I'm able to push out my content a lot more quicker. It really saves a lot of time on editing because all you have to do is just cut it. You don't have to use any keyframes. You don't have to do any of the extra stuff to make sure that all your videos are being centered so your viewers have a good view of what you're doing. So vertical aspect ratio does have a lot more benefits to it if you're trying to use shorts as a very good tool to push out and expose your channel as quickly as possible. The last thing that I will talk about is the future of YouTube and what really this means for YouTube. Since YouTube is already converting 1 minute to 3-minute content videos for shorts, then they're probably going to convert 3 minutes to 5 minutes and 5 minutes to 10 minutes in order to get more content onto their shorts. So that way they have more people coming to their platform. Their competition is mostly TikTok because they already have 60-minute content that you're able to upload to TikTok, and you're also able to live stream in vertical aspect ratios. Obviously, TikTok does not have horizontal aspect ratio content, so it makes it a little bit more different of a competition, but that doesn't matter because YouTube still wants their content being viewed as much as possible. In order to do that, they want more shorts and having the next generation coming to their platform to watch it. Essentially, what YouTube really wants is more people to come and create and more people watching their content on their platform. So that way they're able to get as many viewers, and obviously they have more ads pushed out to you so they can make more money, of course, because it's Google and all that stuff. But other than that, yes, of course, they want more people coming to their YouTube algorithm and their YouTube channels and all that. This is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the analytics of this video and me testing out YouTube's algorithm. I will have all the videos in a playlist, so that way you guys are able to have all those videos in one place to look at. If you guys want to see more content from my channel, please subscribe to the channel, because that's the easiest way to stay subscribed and notified. If you want to like this video to push it out more, please do that. And like I said, if you comment, I will most likely read the comments, so I'm able to make another video on this YouTube's algorithm testing. Anyways, I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace out, guys.